You're such an asshole.
We got a great question, and I haven't heard this for so long because no one gives a shit anymore. But some people, I guess, maybe do. I don't know. But it's a good question. Long-time listener, first-time caller, great topic, love the show. I recently found out that the automobile I was looking at is completely manufactured in China. As a Gen X buy American at all costs kind of guy, I hesitated for a day. Then I thought, fuck the auto workers and unions, as all they've done over my entire life is donate to the Democrat Party. You got that right. Yes, they have. You're old enough to remember when unions actually worked, when the Democrat Party was the working people. And there may have been some legitimacy about, we want our workers to be taken care of and, get as paid as much as possible. There's a perhaps 40 years ago, there was a honest and good strain to labor politics. I wouldn't call it Democrat politics, it's called labor politics. You kind of like, okay, there's something good intended here and we could do good. But yeah, then you donate to basically the Socialist Party that I don't know if have you unions realized? I don't know. Unions? Let me we vote for the union. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed that the Democrat Party is like it's been so long they've been the workers' party and they're just a bunch of trust fund party people now? Have you noticed that? Didn't Obama take away all those mining jobs? Oh. Yeah, it's not 1985 and Dan Rostenkowski is the Speaker of the House anymore. No one's going to get that one. Oh, God, I'm old. I kind of hesitated for the day. Then I thought, fuck the auto workers and unions. That's all they've done over my entire life is donate to the Democrat Party. Yep. And have you noticed the shit cars they make? In some of a defense, the quality did get a lot better in the 90s. In doing so, then policies created this monster, taxes, regulations, etc., causing automakers to go to China. I like your take on the following. Should I feel guilty for not supporting my fellow Americans while buying a Chinese car? All right, so let me answer your question with a question, because I'm a dick. And I think I even asked you it here. How were you treated by your schools and your peers? How has society in general treated you in America? He said, how are you treated schools and peers? School felt like I was in curse of the high IQ, but I graduated high school in the very late 80s, so it was good. Really great time to be alive back then. How has society treated you in America? Today's society as a straight white male with a job, house, family. Every single time I watch any commercial, anything Hollywood puts out, any media, any news, I see that society views me like a cross between Daniel Penny and a tax slave. I don't know who Daniel Penny is. I'm just going to assume they've treated you like shit. And that's my point. That's why I have the cover here. How is Target? Let's use Target, right? You're talking cars. I'm going to talk Target. How is Target treated normal, regular Americans? Not straight or gay. How has Target done? All they do, or they used to, now they're like, oh shit, normal people exist too. And they're sick and tired of politics in their Pampers. Maybe they just want to go and buy some paper towels. Target was provocative and antagonistic in their politics and their marketing. Target, I would say, hated the average everyday American. And maybe it started off as, ooh, we're going to be edgy. Ooh, we're going to get this woke clown. Go look her up. Who just, turned it into a Democrat arm. And they funded a bunch of, legit, go look at the Target Foundation, whatever their nonprofit is. They donated to just outright, and it's not my opinion, outright anti-American entities and nonprofits, just leftist, Marxist, socialist organizations. Target hates America. Target hates you. Target hates all of its consumers. The only thing I could tell from Target's marketing is they want liberal white women to shop there. Rich liberal white women. Not you poor people. You go to Walmart. Fuck, you can't afford Target. This is for the elite, the limousine liberal white woman. That Target's one of the largest retailers in the United States. How have they treated you? Let me ask you now. How's Harley Davidson treated their motorcycle riders? Find out they just went woke. Oh, now they're backpedaling. Oh, you caught us fucking in the ass with a dildo, huh? Just kidding. Harley Davidson, of all things. Right? And I don't know. Fuck you, Harley Davidson. You hate it? You hate America. You hate capitalism. You hate free markets. You hate white people. You hate males. Gee, I wonder who the majority of your consumers are. You hate rich white males, though, right? You hate them the most, right? With your woke leftist politics. Doesn't matter how they got there, they got there. Harley Davidson, of all companies, were woke. There's Indian and Japanese. And by the way, I was never going to buy a Harley anyway. They're overpriced. They're I like riding my motorcycles. I don't like repairing them. That's why I go with Japanese motorcycles. Indian, which is another American motorcycle brand, I believe Polaris. There's some beautiful bikes. If you insist on buying American, I would go with Indian. But I gotta ask, Polaris, how do you treat your? We are on the woke, anti-white, anti-capitalism, fuck Ronald Reagan bandwagon. Are we down with the cause, yo? Because you listen to some 34-year-old marketing fuckwit out of the Ivy League who never rode a motorcycle or snowmobile? Really, I want to know. Because you know what? I don't see the Japanese making fun of hard work, males, Americans, conservatives, libertarians. I don't see them being political at all. I think they, I don't know, what was it? Oh, yeah, a good product have a fair price. And they want everyone to ride their motorcycles. I ask about school. How's society treated you? Right? I should have asked, how have your employers treated you? See, should we buy American? You mean from American companies who are also by default then on the other side of the coin, American employers? I will never fucking do business with Wells Fargo ever again. Never. I work for them. Fuck you people. Fuck you scumbag criminal people. I mean, it's hard to find a bank that isn't full of a bunch of backstabbing fucking criminals. You think I'm going to go do business with the bulge bracket? You think I'm going to have my brokerage accounts with Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley? All these assholes that I didn't work for the bulge bracket or anything, but they all needed student mobiles. Well, same thing. They're all a bunch of fucking losers. It caused the financial crisis, right? Wouldn't give anyone the time of day. And then when you did go work for companies, look, have you ever worked at a company that wasn't trying to fuck you over? Really? At one time, there might have been some ethics and integrity and community. Like, we're going to have training programs, okay? You're going to come in here. We're going to train you. We'll give you a fair wage, and maybe, you might work here 35 years. Does that happen anymore? Or has it more or less been 9 out of your 10 past employers have been just a bunch of backstabbing, HR Karen-riddled, psychopathic, mentally ill institutions to work for? A lie, bait and switch about the job description. Let me ask you this. I got another question about American companies. Who were the ones that required we all had to go and sit and fucking get a college degree for make work bullshit jobs that anyone could have done in like the 6th or 7th grade? Who was it? Oh, it was American employers. American companies required that. Huh? Bachelor's required, master's preferred. That was them. And then if we did get there, there's again, it's just night. Oh, and aren't they the ones doing affirmative action? We can't hire no white males. Aren't they the ones doing that? And you're asking if you should have loyalty to these fucking scumbuckets. DT over at the Black Brigade, you can look up his channel if you'd like. Back when we were friends, there'd be some corporation doing some corporate bullshit, just fucking sucking the Democrat dick because it was the popular thing to do. Still is, kids. Wonder how. Oh, did they shut down Firewalk Studios? Oh, that's just too bad. Look it up. He'd say, I wish I was, a consumerist. I wish I was more of a materialist because then I could boycott these people. But there's so little shit than him and I bought, it was hard to boycott. like for example, Harley. Well, I'm never dropping $35,000 on a motorcycle. Go fuck yourself. We're Harley Davidson. Why aren't young people affording our bikes? I don't know. Could it be the entry level $30,000 price tag? You fucking dumb NBA cocksuckers. Holy shit. I don't know. Let's go get lesbian magical space witch vagina and have DEI. Oh, and I was at the Sturgis rally and I did meet some friends over at the Harley Davidson shop. And yes, it was lightly attended. That wasn't bullshit. But really, how has America treated you? And more specifically, how have American employers treated you? And all I can see is they're a bunch of fucking psychopathic, moronic idiots that they have no problems enslaving you whatsoever. None whatsoever. They're the ones that make you go get unnecessary college degrees. They're the one. This is where I have no problem. This is where I could see a very good economic argument I could get behind, where we tax corporations and make them bail out the student loans. Because you guys, you employers, you corporations were the ones that master's preferred, bachelor's required, right? Right? I will allow you to ameliorate your taxes to bail out the student loans if we are allowed to go and hunt down every Karen in HR and confiscate all of our assets and sell it and have the proceeds. Just give us a list of all your HR people that you've employed in the past 25 years, let's say. Then we could take their money and that'll be part of a fund. Whoa, but what? I thought all you Karens in HR are Democrats. You love the government taking other people's money, right? 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 Yeah. Ah. But getting back to my point, who is it that required everyone waste their youth and cripple their finances? Oh, it was corporations. God, again, not a Democrat, but unfair is fair. And you're worried about okay, let's go through Gillette. Do any of you still shop at Procter & Gamble? Let me ask you boys this. Remember the Gillette ad? Fuck men. Men are bad, especially white men. Go watch the video. Go watch it. All right. Usually, I'm never buying Gillette again. Gillette is one of many brands owned by Procter & Gamble. Have you made sure to stop buying Procter & Gamble? I get rid of Old Spice. We're an Old Spice family. All right. Always got the Old Spice deodorant because my dad had. Okay, that's good. Not anymore. Fuck you. I'm an Axe man now, or a Everyday Jack if I could find it, because Unilever doesn't hate me as much. Bud Light, was it, with Dylan Mulvaney? HBO with Velma? Disney. Anything Disney. I know you're talking a very specific product, a car. I'm sorry. What have the Chinese people done to me? Really? Now, I'm not a big fan of the CCP either. Xi Jinping, it's like, hey, buddy, have you thought about not being a tyrant? I mean, what are you getting from this? But so far okay, China makes crap. They absolutely do make crap, and it breaks, and so good luck with your car. But I don't know, by this time, at least the Chinese keep their hatred of Americans quiet. At least they don't do it as part of their marketing. And let's not forget, if they're coming up with just as good of a product at a better price, which I doubt, I don't have faith in the Chinese manufacturers. I just don't. I've had too many cigarette lighters, just butane lighters break. I'm done with the China. I go with Japanese. I mean, if you want to get a car, I recommend Japan. They have the reputation, and they also don't hate Americans. Not behind closed. Maybe they do. I don't know, but they're polite and civil to me, at least to my face. Why would you have any loyalty to American brands? And as you pointed out, wait a minute, it ain't even manufactured here. Right? So what, isn't it like Ford? I think one of their cars was almost entirely made in Mexico. You're not buying American. I mean, some of the profits of the proceeds. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Our internet provided by right, really? You're gonna subscribe to the South Dakota internet? No, man. You go there should be no loyalty to American companies because there's no loyalty to you. All right? Oh yeah, of course the internet. Of course. I'm just gonna and yeah, I can't do the video because again, American employers, American internet service providers are shit. No, you should have no loyalty to America. Thank you very much to the South Dakota internet provider for shitting the bed right when I wanted to make a point. I appreciate you helping me out. You should have no loyalty to American companies because you should have no loyalty to American employers. They're the same group of people. And until people start treating you nice and kindly, or when it comes to business, a good product at a fair price, fuck them. Go overseas. What? Same thing with your relationships, your personal relationships. How many of you got to like literally go overseas to find women who are thin and nice and marriage minded? Now, that's okay. Women in America, you can make your own choices. You don't have to get married. You're right. Big can be beautiful, whatever you want. It's your life, your choices. All right. But men have the right to say, fuck this. This isn't what I want. I want a traditional marriage with a stay at home wife who takes care of the kids. That's not here anymore. Okay. You got to go overseas for that. It's sad, but yes, your country hates you. It's really sad. Everyone's out to screw each other over. Schools aren't here to educate, employers aren't here to give you a good job, and corporations aren't here to give you a good product at a fair price. Shit, your builders aren't going to build you a decent house. They're going to build you a bunch of fucking shit that ain't. The code is probably going to break down in 10 years. No, it's a shitty culture, a shitty society, and a shitty community and shitty country. I mean, the people, the country physical itself is fine. You should have no loyalty to any products coming out of this economy until those corporations and producers and employers actually like have the slightest bit of ethics, or at minimum don't try to fuck you over. Let's go to the super chats. My truth, the king, get back to work and pay welfare taxes, normie. Yep. Yep. Nonstop Dre, $2. If it's from the West, reject 100%. There's no honor. Yep. I bet you're learning a lot about honor over there in Asia, aren't you, Dre? It's just telling the truth, honoring your word. That's all it is. Nelson Rivera, Lord Inquisitor, Tibby. Hey, Cappy, did you hear the developers that created Concord got shut down by Sony? Yep, Firewalk Studios. I might do a video about that. Hey, gang, how was that? Was that fun? I wonder how long this, unprofitable woke shit is going to go on. I know there's people that are politically motivated and don't care if there is no profit, but they're so short-sighted, they don't realize, yeah, if there's no profit, you don't have a job. So this is going to be a very temporary um, career you all have where you're paid to be wokies. But yeah, it's just too bad. Oh no, Firewalk Studios. Might do that later. Engineer, $2. Do you like sport motorcycles naked? I did have a crotch rocket. I liked it very much. And then just 636. They definitely, I wouldn't mind having another one again, but I would like to go to a racetrack to, I was okay of a pilot. I wasn't great or anything like that, especially up in the mountainous roads in Wyoming. But you'd have to go through and make sure there's no gravel, make sure there's no slick spots, and then you'd race back, hoping not to run into a cop. But yeah, I like crotch rockets. They were fun. If for long distances, though, I do a cruiser. Naked's not so much. I'm not into that urban culture. Not that I don't appreciate a good cafe racer if you're just living in a populated area, you needed a little cafe racer to putt around. But I'm not into I want fairings. I want the bike exposed. Engineer 2 bucks, Harley Davidson, aka made overseas. Yeah, probably. I want to know. I don't look at Harley. I've never looked at Harley. Could never afford it. Never going to afford it. Especially now, like, oh, you hate white guys. Oh, edgy. No, we're DEI. So you hate white guys. Look, you don't have to euphemize. If you don't like white guys, just say so. It's all right. 5N, 4K, 3 dork, $2. Americans consumers get to choose the lesser of two evils. Nonstop Dre, $2. This is why I love being overseas, especially Japan. Good. I hope you're having a good time over there, Dre. Drew, $2. Spent most of my last job teaching boomers DocuSign. Wait, teach what? You just sign it. What? You just click on the thing. What? Exactly my point. Fuck all you companies. Fuck all you. My video I just did before this, all the company did, even though I was a client, all they did was flood my inbox with spam mail. Fuck you people. Should I be loyal to American companies that only know DEI and ESG and affirmative action and racist, bigoted, sexist hiring and excessive amounts of education to have an entry-level degree and price inflation and shrinkflation and forcing me to come and work in downtown where all the action is, even though I don't have to? Should I go work? Should I go buy from that company? Drew, $2 made my job a living hell. Yep. Yep. All right. Link below. Enjoy the decline, accepting living with the death of the United States. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.